Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video we are not going to learn anything, but we are going to know so much. So let's put our glasses on and let's start. Now, like any other videos of mine, we are not going to learn something like loops, dictionaries, arrays, etc. But in this video we are going to know about Xcode. Xcode is an IDE where we will be building our apps. So come on, let's start. Now, installing Xcode is a very simple process. You just need to open the App Store, search for Xcode, and you'll be seeing the Xcode app and click install on it. And that's all, the app will be installed. Now, what you need to do is search for Xcode, or you can directly open in this way also. Where is my Xcode? Here. Click on it, and here you are with the Xcode welcome interface. So I have built some apps, so I'm getting these apps here, but you won't be getting any app for now. And click on this create new Xcode project, and here it will ask you for the template, like are you building app for your mobile or your MacBook or watch, TV, etc. So here we'll be going with this iOS and click on this app, and next. The product name is nothing but the app name, and you can obviously change it later. Now, so what I will give is this, as our first app is making the developer card, so I'll name this as developer card or developer profile, anything. And here in the team section, what you need to do is I think you will be getting something like add, okay, add team or anything. You just need to sign in with your Apple account, and this organization identifies nothing but the reverse, like if it's muhammad.com, then it should be com dot something, and you can name it. Like what I recommend you is com dot your name, like mine is Mubashir. Now the bundle identifier would be com dot Mubashir, your name. The developer card is the app name. Okay. Now the interface will be selecting as Swift UI, and the language also Swift, and we are not using any code data or testing here. Okay. So this is how we'll be making our new app or new project, and click on next. And here you need to like give the place or location where you want to store your projects. So in the desktop I will make a new folder, and I will name this as YouTube course or YouTube iOS course. Let me do this iOS course. Yeah, perfect. Now in this folder I will be storing this. So create. Alright, so let me make this full screen, and this is how your interface will look. Now I know it's a little bit creepy and scary, but it's a wonderful IDE. So the left side is what is called a navigator pane, which means where you will be navigating through your files and folders. For example, this content view is a file, this developer card app is a file, this preview content is a folder, and you're navigating through this. And this is what the navigator pane is. It's a pane, pane. Now this side, the right side, is the inspection pane or inspector pane, which means like when you write any code, for example in the content view, you click on this image, okay, and your cursor is on this image, and you will be getting so many more options here. Now we'll be closing this. This is the button to open and close the pane. So this is for the right one, this is for the left one, and this is nothing but your preview, which means when you build your app you need to know how that button looks or how that text looks, right? So for that we have this preview. So whenever like I will be removing this image and text, and I will add a text here. Now text always takes a string, okay, so that's why I added Mubashir in this string, and that's all. This showed me with Mubashir here. This is the preview. Now this part, which is the struct is nothing but the structure, okay. This struct is for this preview. If you comment out this structure, the preview is gone, and when you uncomment it, you have the preview again. So this is not for our use, okay, for now. Like we'll not be doing any changes in this content view. Okay, sorry, this content view previews. Okay, we will not be doing any changes. So any changes that we'll be making is in this content view, and we'll be making many more files, and we will also write code in that, and we'll be directly integrating that files here in this content view, etc. We have so much thing to do. Okay, now the first part which I want you to do is go on to this developer card like profile, and what I want is going to the signing in capabilities, and here if you're not signed in, I want you to sign in. Like here it will be showing add an account, add your account, and like sign in with your iCloud account or Mac account, and this will give you a signing certificate which is Apple development, and this is my ID, Apple ID, and here that's all, you are signed in and good to go. Now talking about the important factor while making apps is the stack. Okay, the first important thing that we'll be talking about is the stacks. See, whenever you use an app, maybe it is vertical or horizontal, okay, all the views are presented in a manner, right? So there will be a top view, bottom view, then bottom, then bottom, right? Or if it is in horizontal, the left one, the middle one, the right one, and the right. Yeah. So while making apps, the first thing we want to tell the Xcode or that file is, see, I am going to make an app, and in that app all the views that I will be making will be in this form or in this form. Okay, so we have three things for that. The first one is VStack. VStack is nothing but the vertical stack. So inside VStacks, whatever the view you give, like text, the first text will be here, second text, third text, and fourth text. In horizontal, like H stack, the second one is the H stack, which is the horizontal stack. When you give four text in that, the first text, second text, third text, and the fourth text. Now the third stack, which is the Z stack, which means, for example, if you have three views in Z stack, so the first one will be here, the second stack will be up of that, and the third stack will be up of the second one. Now let me show you these things practically. Now we already have a VStack, but I'll be removing this VStack. So don't bother about this import Swift UI structure, etc. I'll be covering this all in the next video, but for now, let us like have some fun by making something. So the first thing, as I told you, is VStack. So whenever I type this V or VS, it gives me an auto completion suggestion. I will just click on enter and open curly braces. In VStack, the first thing is I want to add is text, which is subscribe to my channel. All right, now the second text would be the name of the channel, which is Muhammad Mubashir, and the third one is I teach iOS development. Okay, so whenever you give these three views in the VStack, it is automatically ordered in the vertical way. Now if see what happens without VStack, if you add these three things, this is only showing the subscribe to my channel, because this body, var body, which means a variable which is named body, okay, this will only return a single view. Okay, it will not return more than one view. So the first view that this body got is this text, so it is returning it. So what we want is, we want it to return a VStack. In VStack we can have as many views as we want. All right, so now this is loading. Now let us see an example of head stack here. So head stack, and in that head stack I want this text of like 1. I will duplicate this line by using command D, 2 and 3. So it is not loading, and I think you know the reason, because it will only return a one view, which is this VStack. Okay, and here is the second view. So what I want is, I will give another VStack here. In this VStack we have this VStack and this head stack in this one VStack. Okay, see, if you want you can directly cut this head stack and add here also, there's no problem, but to be more clear I'm telling you in this way. So we have a VStack which will like present all the views in a vertical order. In that vertical order we have a VStack which will print three text in a vertical order, because these three texts are in vstack. Okay, now in this vstack the second element is head stack. Now head stack shows all the views in this horizontal way. So the first text is 1 2 3, and you can see here all the views are in horizontal manner. Now when you are building complex apps or any like complex uis, you will be having vstack in a head stack. Again in that you will be having a vstack or a head stack, etc, etc, etc. Okay, so don't get confused in this vstack or head stack. Okay, vstack is for vertical ordering things and head stack is for horizontal. Now let us talk about z stack. So I will remove this and I will add a simple z stack here. Now in this z stack what I will do is, let me add a text for now which is Muhammad. Okay, Muhammad. So we have this Muhammad name here, but when I give the second view which is Mubashir, this Mubashir is on up of Muhammad. So this is the Muhammad view and this is the Mubashir view, and on this I have the second view. Okay, if I add anything, or what I will do is I will add a like rectangle here. I have a rectangle, and on that if I add Mubashir, so let me change the color which is white. Rectangle is on the back side and this text is on the front side. So this is how vstack, head stack and z stack works. Now if you want you can make plenty of things with this one concept of stacks. So let me try what we can build using these stacks. Okay, for example, so in schools we use it to like say myself in our class, so we can do the same here. So I will give a vstack here and the first text would be my name. Okay, and the second text would be my class. Okay, so let me assume I am in my fifth standard, fifth grade. Okay, now Muhammad Mubashir, fifth grade, and my hobbies. So what I will do is I will add other text here which is hobbies, and other text which is like so the first one would be programming, the second one would be traveling, and the third one would be eating. Now don't go on my personality, I really love eating like myself. Now I would like to change the fonts and colors here. So these things are called modifiers. When you want to modify a text or an image or anything, you will be using modifiers, and to access those modifiers you will be adding a dot notation. So when you want to change this Muhammad Mubashir, you will be adding a dot here, or when you click enter you will be adding a dot here, and automatically it will get indented to this text, which means this modifier is of this text. Okay, now so the foreground color would be black, the font would be, and this font modifier will take a font. Okay, so when you click on dot you will get some fonts here. So my font would be title because that is the title, and that's all. And in the text I would like add foreground color to be gray. Okay. In this vstack what I will do is vstack have some parameters, like you can see, like when you open the parenthesis you can see this alignment, spacing and content is nothing but we have given the content already in vstack. Now alignment and spacing, alignment is what, let me show you programmatically. In vstack the alignment is when you give this, okay, this autocomplete sucks. Alignment, when you give a dot here, leading, center, trailing, top, etc. So when you give this leading, see what happens, all the views in that vista comes to this leading part, which is the starting part. If you give the trailing, all the views go to this end part, and we don't have any top or bottom here. All right, so the lead alignment would be leading, and We also have a spacing here. Spacing is nothing but if you give 5, you can see the difference here. See, you got 5 pixel difference in this Muhammad Mobile Share and 5th grade hobbies. Okay, so if you give 50 here, you got 50 pixels of difference. Now let me give this 5 and 5 is enough, or let me give this 10. Now hobbies is also a subheading, so what I will do is font subheadline, and not subheadline is not that good, but large title. So what I will do is I will just exchange this large title for this name, and this font title will be for this hobbies. Now it's perfect. Now that's all for this video. So in this video you have learned about installing Xcode, which was the easier part, and you have learned how Xcode is built, like where are the panes and how to navigate through files, and you have also learned about stacks also. Now in the next video I'll be showing you what are the content view files and what are other things, what are assets and all. I'll be meeting you in the next video, but I need you to subscribe to me right now, as you are learning so much of stuff. And if you don't know what's going on, I need you to check out my playlist of iOS development. I will meet you in the next one. Until then, bye bye.